paper anyway, one of the quality matches of the round. And not the least intriguing aspect of this all-First Division clash is the meeting of the Gray brothers on opposite sides. Frank, back in Leeds, where he grew up as a footballer before being transferred to Forest for £500,000, and Eddie, the older brother, still in the Leeds colours in which he first appeared on New Year's Day, 1966. Leeds have several injury problems. Flynn, Greenhoff, Graham, Curtis, Hampson, Harris and Hankin have all been out of action or receiving treatment, and Jimmy Adamson has finally been able to name this lineup. There's no Flynn, no Greenhoff, no Graham, no Hankin, but Curtis is back, and Hampson and Harris have passed fitness tests. Meanwhile, Forest are unchanged. When you look at the team, it's worth recalling that most of these players have won almost every major honour in football with the club. The European Cup, the First Division Championship, the League Cup, and to complete the set, what they need is an FA Cup Winners' Medal, which may be a big incentive after their recent indifferent form. And Clive Thomas, the referee, sets the game in motion. Ball pushed too far. Trevor Francis. Nice piece of skill, though, and he got kicked in the face, just poured a stud for his pains. Viv Anderson. Bowles. Birtles. Free kick just outside the area, about 3 yards outside. Paul Hart, the tackler. Chance really in the first minute for Forest to create something. John Robertson, number 11. Also there, number 4 is McGovern. And so too is Frank Gray. It's Gray. Oh, it's in! Frank Gray against his old club in the first minute. What a marvellous return to Allen Road for Frank Gray. He must be well aware of the Leeds defensive methods and certainly beat the wall there, hit the post, and the ball ricocheted past Lukic into the net. 1-0 after 60 seconds to Forest. Robertson, Birtles, Cherry quickly in, that's Connor. Leeds ball. Third throw. Forest ball. Frank Gray must feel so elated. It's Hart. Francis. Anderson. Eddie Gray with him. Forest throw. Bowles. Flick didn't work, the ricochet did. That's McGovern to number 9, Gary Birtles. Anderson. Took his eye off the ball. Gray. Number 10, Curtis. Straight into trouble. Bowles into trouble as well. Hampson. Now Paul Maitland. Eddie Gray. Waving is number 11, Carl Harris, out here on the right. Cherry. Connor. Terry Connor, only 17. Birtles. He did well to survive, and then lost control. Hurd. Gray. Stevenson. Appeal for offside, not given. This is Curtis. Stevenson. in the way of Anderson. Stevenson's throw. Connor. Prepared to try anything. Is such a precocious teenager, this. Scored 27 goals this season in junior, reserve and first team football. Just established himself in the first team. Kevin Hurd with the kick. And Leeds have pushed Paul Hart into the penalty area. Number 5. It's the two number 5s with each other. Hart got it. Gray. Hart! It's Hurd. And another corner. And one of the Leeds players then seemed to try to dummy the ball when he should have hit it. I think it was Trevor Cherry who seemed to think there was somebody behind him backing up. He let the ball go and it went too wide. Hurd again with the corner. Burns missed kicking. Helped out by Bowyer. Now McGovern. Birtles. Robertson. Leeds ball. Cherry. Connor. Cherry. Anderson. Curtis pressurising. Madeley. Stevenson. Curtis. Foul given. Lloyd penalised. Leeds trying to sort themselves out. That's Hampson 4. Stevenson touching the ball. Eddie Gray also involved in the planning. And Eddie Gray is passing out signals at Stevenson, but won by Anderson. Paul Hart, the player, had gone forward. Madeley. Cherry for Leeds. Connor. What a good header. Harris. Beaten by Frank Gray. Cherry back to Madeley. Gray. Connor. Madeley. It's Lloyd picking it off so easily. Burns. Cherry, Robertson, Cherry again. Madeley, Hart. Connor. Oh, Francis found that very easy to Robertson. Francis still running and waving, and Robertson has delayed too long. An early ball there, and Francis would have been free. Birtles. Frank Gray. Birtles. Burns. Francis got that, now Hampson. Frank Gray. And again. Play waved on. Eddie Gray. That's on for Curtis, and Shilton right to the heart of the problem. Shilton had to be very, very quickly off the line. He was straight down, right at the feet of the attacker. And the attacker, I think, came off worse, although Peter Shilton got a knock on the arm. Alan Curtis just back in the side after injury. So Curtis is off. Wayne Entwistle warming up on the touchline. With 7 minutes to play in the first half, Wayne Entwistle comes on for the unlucky Alan Curtis. Hart for Leeds. Almost got himself into trouble. It's Birtles who's persistent. Good ball by Hart. Stevenson, Hampson, there's a chance here for them. Gray. And they've got players forward then. The cross had met the right person, it would have been trouble for Forest. Robertson to Bowles. Did well to find Anderson. McGovern. Francis. Got the cross in well, and there was a flick there. I'm not quite sure whether it was by attacker or defender, but someone got a touch on the way across, but Lukic held it quite securely. Just 2 minutes of this first half left, and Leeds still trailing after that first-minute goal by Frank Gray. Madeley. So Eddie Gray with his kick as they approach the final minute of this first half. Chance for Leeds to draw level, but Bowyer got blocked in. Hampson. Oh, and that's taken away by Francis. He's only got Madeley and the goalkeeper to beat. Leeds had pushed right forward, and there's Birtles linking. Birtles versus Lukic, he's wide, but it's in. 2-0 to Nottingham Forest, with the Leeds defence stretched out of sight. They'd gone up on attack, and when Forest broke, it was just Francis against Madeley. But wisely, as it turned out, Francis didn't go it alone. He waited for Birtles' pace to catch up, played the ball at the right time. Birtles seemed to go wide, but was accurate enough. So, Forest, in the final minute of the first half, do what they did in the first minute of the game, score again. Heard. Stevenson's shot blocked by Lloyd. Poles. Lloyd. Oh, what a careless ball. Byron Stevenson by himself. Oh, and that even knocked Peter Shilton a step or two back. It really is worth looking at the power of that shot. A tremendous shot from Stevenson, and Shilton had to take a step back as he took it. The half-time whistle, and Nottingham Forest lead Leeds United by 2-0. A goal in the first minute of the first half and a goal in the last minute. Frank Gray got the first one against his old club. Gary Birtles the second, the number 9. And a first half which, quite frankly, has varied from the frantic to the pedestrian. Brian Clough making his way back to the seat he occupied for only 44 days when he was Leeds manager. But what a success story it's been at Forest since he left Leeds and went to second division Forest, brought them into the first division, and since then they've won everything except the FA Cup. And who would argue that they're on their way now to the fourth round? 2-0 in front with just 45 minutes to survive. Lukic. Interesting problem for Leeds tactically. They've really got to press forward and attack. Oh, and the ball went in the air there by Connor, and Entwistle's shot was deflected for a corner. But Leeds have got to throw it all forward, knowing full well the penalty they paid for doing that when they conceded the second goal. But now it's even more important that they go on the attack all the time. Hurd's corner. Not long. And out on the other side for another corner. Gary Hampson will take this. And Leeds have really pushed players into the box. And Forest pulling their red-shirted players back. Knocked away by Bowyer. Hurd to Hampson. McGovern got that away, and what distance he knocked it with his head. Hampson's throw. Gray. Stevenson. And surely Leeds' build-up has got to be a little quicker than it was in the second part of the first half. Now Paul Hart. Anderson. Now they've got one against one again. It's Madeley against Birtles. He's delayed him long enough for the defence to get back. Francis beaten by Stevenson. It's important to beat Francis then too. Now Harris for Leeds. Hampson. Eddie Gray. Hampson, Connor. Good turn. What a brilliant young player this is. 17 years old, full of confidence and ideas. The turn was good and the shot was strong. Bowles to Francis. Francis a bit slow this time. Connor tackling back, but he was too ambitious or too quick. Bowles. Francis. McGovern. Good ball. Two is Anderson. And what a pity Anderson didn't control it first time. A superb ball there to Anderson from John McGovern, the captain. Most people were looking for the cross, but John McGovern played the thoughtful ball. Stan Bowles with the corner. Usually drops him short of the near post. Birtles is waiting there. Larry Lloyd's on the goal line. But that one is right in the centre of the goal now. And Lukic got to it. Bowyer! 3-0! Ian Bowyer celebrates. The fans celebrate for Forest too. And surely that is that. The match surely beyond Leeds' reach now. The corner pumped right into the centre of the box. Nobody could clear it properly. Lukic punched it clear, but it only found a Forest player, and back it flew from Bowyer's foot into the net. 57 minutes gone, 3-0 to Forest, and surely they're in the fourth round draw. It will really need a miracle from this Leeds side to pull this one back. Bowyer. Birtles. Robertson. Peter Taylor must be reflecting on how much tighter Forest look in defence in this match. Ball Madeley. Stevenson. Good run by Edmondson. Hampson. Connor causing trouble in the goal now. And it's in. 3-1. And it looks like an own goal to Larry Lloyd. Lloyd, I think, got the final touch. Forest have conceded a soft goal there. "61 minutes gone, 3-1 to Forest. So, some encouragement for Leeds. Now Harris trying to chase Gray. Corner. And suddenly the Leeds supporters have begun to live again and make themselves heard. Hampson with the corner. Hampson again. Through the crowd of players and wide. Appeal for a corner and given. Must have been touched. Robertson with this corner. Birtles, what a bad corner that was. Just when Leeds needed to keep the pressure on Forest. Now Madeley. Play waved on, the advantage played, and not taken advantage of. Now Robertson. Forrest being given a bit of a breathing space and taking it. Well, Brian Clough, who can't be too unhappy about life. Robertson just pumping it forward. Madeley. Robertson again. Number 9, Birtles to Robertson. Bowyer up on the outside. Madeley. It's a corner. Well, I think the last corner that Forest had, they scored. On that occasion, it was taken from the right, this time from the left by John Robertson. Big Larry Lloyd up to cause trouble. Powerful man in the 6-yard box. Robertson's corner. Lloyd did enough to get a touch. And Bowles. To Anderson. Bowles. Anderson. Bowles. Anderson again. Just deflected by a Leeds player. Throw. Foul throw. Anderson just got a boot to that. Now Francis played too strongly. Francis again. Off Cherry for a corner. So Bowles at the corner from this right-hand side. A situation from which he produced the 3rd goal. Being urged to get on with it by referee Clive Thomas. That's in almost exactly the same spot, and Lloyd got it and headed away by Trevor Cherry, I think. Yes, it was Cherry who got the knock off the line. Bowles. Oh, that pass just wasn't good enough. Real chance then for Forest, who had spare players. Now Francis, ricochet to Robertson. There could be something on here. He tried to lob the goalkeeper, and he did. A superb goal by Robertson. A piece of sheer skill. Robertson, well, you've got to have control to do that sort of thing. He saw the goalkeeper was off the line, and he had the control and the thinking power to lob the keeper and beat him to make it 4-1 after 73 minutes. So, hope had grown with Leeds when they got that own goal by Larry Lloyd. But now, they fade again. Shilton's, and he claims it with all the authority that he possesses. Bowyer on for number 8, Bowles. He's got Birtles wide. There's Birtles. And that was so nearly number 5. Bowles, realising that Birtles was free, feeding him well. The shot way above the target. Eddie Gray. Heard. Paul Hart. Harris. Headed away by Bowyer. Harris again. Hart. Burns going to touch this end whistle. It's like playing head tennis. Hart. Just inconvenienced one of the press photographers. Eddie Gray. Anderson, and was held by Terry Connor. Kenny Burns, he and Larry Lloyd have looked pretty secure at the centre of the defence in this match. Good jump by Stevenson. Oh, Bowyer following up. Bowyer so enjoyed scoring that third goal for Forest. He really got hold of it. He got hold of that one, but was always going wide. Just about to enter injury and stoppage time. Robertson. Stevenson. Now Gray. Hurd. Eddie Gray. Hampson. Stevenson's cross cleared by Burns. Now Madeley back. Birtles. Cherry. Cherry again. Lloyd, what a miss kick. Well, Lloyd's already got an own goal on the sheet. That could have gone anywhere. The final whistle, a convincing win for Nottingham Forest by 4 goals to 1. As Brian Clough and Peter Taylor leave, they must be feeling that Forest are beginning to put it together again. The goals, Gray in the first minute, Birtles in the last minute of the first half. Then Bowyer with that shot from outside the penalty area that rocketed into the net, and a dream 4th goal from Robertson with that chip. Indeed, the Forest players scored all 5 goals, Lloyd giving Leeds some encouragement with an own goal. But the problems really are for Jimmy Adams to solve, because it does look as if Brian Clough's Nottingham Forest is beginning to play with conviction again.